Hey guys, it's Jose Rizzo here, and today I just wanted to talk about organic versus conventional foods and the difference. These are my flashcards, quick. I actually really enjoyed researching this topic because into eating healthy and I pay attention to my labels and I meal prep on Sundays, so I enjoy this very much. I hope that you guys get to take away at least understanding a little bit more about organic versus conventionals, and if you didn't know anything about it, at least you'll know something and you'll see how important it really does play into our daily lives. So first I want to talk about organic food. The organic refers to your crops, your livestock, pretty much anything that has to do with organic has to meet certain requirements that the Food and Drug Administration sets, and they kind of monitor and they set the standards and they go out and make sure that farms are complying with what the standards are. When you deal with organic, you have to think of GMOs, which is genetically modified foods, meaning like the first food that was done was a tomato, and they tweaked the chemistry behind it and they actually made it last longer and it was healthier for you. Um, it delayed the ripening process, so that means you could have it on the shelf life last longer, which was really cool. And they did it with like cotton seeds, oil, corn, so many things, just because it makes more sense. So if we can make it last longer, why not? Um, Let me just go down. Let's see. So when we're talking about organic versus non-organic, what is it? Like when you grab something, do you just look and do you see anything? So I actually brought a couple examples. So like this is organic broccoli, just little like shavings that they make, which is they're really good for you. They're healthier, they don't have any pesticides, there's nothing that is sprayed on here, and if you look closely, it's got the USDA organic label, which means that they approve of it and that it's, it's like their stamp of approval. Another one I always get is just farm eggs. They're organic and it says right on there, like, no antibiotics, no GMO feed, nothing like that. So with that being said, there's just so many that you could go out and get. And oh, I forgot this one. Almond. Really good stuff that you can put on like toast or anything like that. These foods are all organic, which meaning no, the farmer didn't spray pesticides, herbicide, insecticide, any of that. And you're thinking like, what are those? Well, all those are what conventional farmers do use to spray onto their crops. They spray things to keep insects away. They spray pesticides to keep pests away. I mean, everything that they spray is in hopes so that way it doesn't determine or deteriorate their crop, because they want their crops to last. Organic farmers, they use like insects and natural methods to make their food and grow their crops and feed their animals. Conventional farmers, they don't really, it's not that they don't care necessarily, it's just that the way that they use their materials and stuff, it's when you think about it and you break it down and you start to question it, because when you think about it, we as the consumers are eating what they're growing. So when they're spraying those pesticides and herbicides, we're going to eventually consume them. I brought these up because these are one of my favorite actually. And when you think about all these oats and grains and stuff like that, who's to say that they didn't get sprayed? I mean, this isn't, or that doesn't have the USDA organic label on there, so it's not organic. But I mean, I love these. They're healthy and I like them. But who's to say that they don't have some pesticide spray or on there that I have no idea that I'm consuming? Which, when you think about that, you're like, how do we not know, or why do we not know more about this? Conventional farmers, the way that they treat their animals and livestock is completely different from organic. Conventionals, they're in cramped spaces. They are fed pretty much whatever. They're walking on their manure, and they're just not really cared for. And if you think about yourself and put yourself in that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not something that you would want as a to think about when you're like eating a burger or something. I mean, the process is weird, but people, when you think about it, it does happen. I know there's vegans and stuff like they're out there, but not everyone's vegan. And this isn't to say that organic is for everyone either. Organic is only for some people. There is a difference in price. There is, But when you think about the price difference, you have to think about your health as well too. Is it worth paying a little bit more and having better quality of food, or does it not really matter? Because think about a sandwich. If you make a sandwich, you're going to probably use, say you get organic bread, deli meat, but your sliced cheese is pasteurized. Then, you know what I mean? Then you kind of like throw the whole thing off. So you really have to be dedicated, and it takes time. You can't just do this overnight. So my main, see one second. So my main source that I used for this, that it was phenomenal. It helped me show, it just broke it down everything. And if you go on the actual website, you can actually see where they give you a breakdown, and it helps you understand and see where the process of, okay, they're spraying chemicals here and they're sending them here, and vice versa. So this website, it's called The Best Drug Rehab, Organic Food versus GMO / Conventional Foods. And it is actually a full page article, but with very interesting pictures that breaks it down, on how organic food and conventional food plays into our life. Now, just some percentages as to how much we consume from crops that are genetically modified would be like 93% of soy, cotton, corn, sugar beets, all above 90%. So it just goes to show that our foods are really being affected with, and we should definitely take a little bit more time and consideration into seeing how they affect our body, what type of harms that they do. When you eat organic foods, it's just, the taste is slightly different, but I think that it's like a better taste because it just doesn't feel like, after I eat an organic meal, I don't feel like I'm filled with fats and I'm like, like not having energy, as opposed to when I eat organic foods, I can keep going and going and going. I'm always hungry, but that's just because my body is burning more fats off. Plus organic, when I think about, when you purchase from organic, they treat their animals and their produce so much better. The animals are in their natural habitat. They're grass fed. They have, they have a nice life to live until it's time for them to go to the slaughterhouse. As conventional, they'll just keep cramming. There's antibiotics they put in them, growth hormones. They really modify the meat that we will eventually consume. Organic, they let it go how it is. They don't, mess with anything. They want the animal to enjoy their life and be happy, as I would want any animal that I would be consuming too as well. I wouldn't want to eat a fake genetic meat, as you so to speak, because when you think about it, if one of those cows was sick, how would you ever know? Because all the cows are crammed into spaces. They're not easily tracked. And organic, completely opposite. They pay attention to every single thing that they do. But like I said, it's not for everyone, and you really should do a little bit more research and then talk to your doctor to see which one's for you. And when you go to the store next time, just check out and see what intrigues you, what's on the label and everything. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this presentation, and definitely hope that you got a little insight out of it. And feel free to ask me any questions or leave anything in the comments below. I'd be happy to talk more about it. So have a great day.